Photography sponsored by Jack for Attorney General. Here are some Jack facts. Jack reduced gun homicides by 68% in the city of Chester. Jack stood up for women's rights, challenging Dobbs when it was before the court and vowing with only one other DA in PA never to prosecute women for having an abortion. He's the only DA who prosecuted wage theft and led an effort to decriminalize marijuana while taking legal action against opioid manufacturers. Jack is the best candidate in this race when it comes to making a real impact, and if you don't know that by now, you don't know Jack.
One Attorney General candidate here, Jack Stolzheimer.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you, Madam Chairman. My name is Jack Stolzheimer. I'm the District Attorney of Delaware County, and I want to first begin by congratulating you for flipping Dauphin County blue. We had the same experience in Delaware County 4 years ago. Delaware County is the 5th largest county in Pennsylvania, and it used to be one of the most Republican counties on the East Coast of the United States. 4 years ago, I became the first Democrat ever elected in the history of Delaware County as District Attorney, and I won this re-election this year by 22 percentage points. We have turned Delaware County blue, and we're going to turn Pennsylvania blue in 2024, but I need your help. I'm running for Attorney General because I want to do for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania what I've been able to do for the people of Delaware County, and that's simply keep people safe. You may know the Attorney General of Pennsylvania is the Commonwealth's chief law enforcement officer, responsible for supervising the investigation and prosecution of thousands of criminal cases across Pennsylvania each year. The Democratic candidates running, I'm uniquely qualified for this position, both to do the job and to win the election, because I do that work every day in Delaware County. And if you want to look at my record, look at my website, jackforag.com. I want to give you just a couple of the highlights. When I was elected 4 years ago, I promised not just to be tough on crime, but to be smart on crime as well. And I began by working to deprivatize our county prison. We used to have the only privately run prison in Pennsylvania. I led a campaign that not only deprivatized it, put it back in public hands. Nobody's making a profit from incarcerating our people anymore, but I've reduced the prison population by over 30% over the last 4 years. Refocused our county's war on drugs into a war on addiction. I started by decriminalizing the personal possession of marijuana. I sued our opioid distributors to bring millions of dollars home to Delaware County to give people like the members of my family who suffer from substance abuse disorder. And I've also recharged our task force, our narcotics task force. Last year alone, we took $20 million worth of fentanyl, that deadly poison, off of our streets, and over 190 guns. We're keeping people safer and at the same time helping people who suffer from addiction. I also have been the only candidate in this race who has actually fought for women's right to an abortion. I'm very proud to say that when the Dobbs decision was before the U.S. Supreme Court, Attorney General Shapiro, Larry Krasner, the District Attorney of Philadelphia, and I filed a brief opposing that decision. And after that horrible decision came down, we each took a public pledge that we would never prosecute a woman for exercising her constitutional right to an abortion. And ladies and gentlemen, I intend to take that pledge again in January of 2025 in front of all of you and my teenage daughter. I'm the District Attorney of Pennsylvania who's actually prosecuted wage theft. There's a statute in Pennsylvania that makes it a crime to steal from workers by misclassifying them on construction sites. I brought 4 cases. The contractors in Delaware County have gone to jail, and the others have gotten the message. I'm going to do that all across Pennsylvania, which is why the statewide carpenters union and every single building trades council in Pennsylvania has already endorsed my candidacy. But ladies and gentlemen, the thing I'm most proud about is the work I've done on gun violence, because this is where my heart really is. We have a city in Delaware County called Chester. You may not have heard of it, but it's the place where Pennsylvania actually began. William Penn landed in the city of Chester. And to show you how personal this is, my mother came to this country as a 15-year-old Ukrainian refugee from a Nazi slave labor camp. The first place she ever lived as a free person was in the city of Chester. That city has become forgotten by too many people and by corporate America, and it become one of the most violent and poor small cities in America. I got elected to do something about that. And I promised, and I did, brought the community and law enforcement together. We've created a partnership for safe neighborhoods in Chester that over the last 3 years has reduced the number of overall shootings by 65%. The number of gun homicides are down by 68%. People are alive now, and ladies and gentlemen, it should never be true in this country as it is today that the leading cause of death for young people is gunfire. As your Attorney General, I'm going to stop that. I want to dedicate all of my life's work to working to save every single person I can to fight for all of you. But I need to get elected. And I want to leave you with this thought, Madam Chair, is I think I'm the only candidate who can actually win this race in November of 2020. The Republicans are going to nominate the guy from down the road, David Sunday, District Attorney of York County. And they're going to spend millions of dollars talking about how Democrats are soft on crime. And ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people are going to believe it unless we have somebody who can rebut that argument. The argument that can rebut that is what I just told you. My record of public service in Delaware County is bad. I want to run to help you. I need your support. I thank you so much for taking